This is absolutely freaking nuts. 60 hours plus. I'm actually dumbfounded. I don't even know what to say. When it comes to art, how can you truly put a price on something that is magnificent? Today we're going to find out if there is a strong correlation between really good work and really high prices, or if it's just a matter of how much you back yourself. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing some of the world, some of the world's most expensive custom sneakers. I have no idea what we're about to see. So for now, we're only talking about hand-painted sneakers. We're not talking about, sewing crocodile skin onto a pair of shoes to make them more unique and customized, or, adding diamonds to them. No, today we're just talking about painting. So there are two ways we're going to do this. First, we're going to check out some of the popular artists in the niche, and then we're going to head over to Etsy and we're going to filter by highest price first. Alright, number one, let's go with KYX. Let's go with KYX Customs. I don't think this is the pair. This is not the pair that I'm thinking of. Maybe it's who knew I was dyslexic? KYX Customs. That's the one. Okay, so KYX, really talented artist. I've been following him for many years. French artist. And the quality of his work is hella impressive. I mean, look at that. The number of characters, the quality of the line work. Yeah, that's really impressive. And he does some crazy cool things. I mean, who puts this amount of time and effort into customs? Mostly anime work, but let's see how much they cost. Alright, so we've got low custom, mid custom, full custom, and VIP custom. So 999 euros. 999 euros in doll hairs. Okay, so $1,100. So, I mean, if we have a quick look online, men's shoes are probably going to cost, let's see what an Air Force One is. An Air Force One is probably the best standard. Okay, so an Air Force One is about 115. Oh, yeah, so about $100 to $115 if we're being fair. That means that KYX is charging around, $890 for some really epic level custom. So if we have a look here, I mean, this is pretty impressive. We've got up to 6 characters, backgrounds, effects, face paintings, dyed outsoles, pinned labels, insoles, LEDs, accessories. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So I feel like that is a really fair price for the level of art that we're looking at here. I mean, this stuff is nuts. And his composition is really good. I mean, the way that he places the faces and the bodies and the arms is just, it's really high level stuff. Ooh, that is cool. Yo, that is cool. Okay, so valid. I'm gonna say about $1,200. That's pretty fair for this pair. All right, next on the list, let's check out Dylan DeJesus. Okay, Dylan DeJesus, he's obviously the YouTube sneaker customizer GOAT. He taught most of us how to customize sneakers. And let's see what he charges for a pair. Okay, so we've got brush set, photography course, stencils, merch. Stencils. Okay, so, oh wow, I'm quite surprised. He's not selling any of his designs or any of his actual customs. They're all just sort of stencils, which is pretty smart because you make them once and then sell them again and again and again, and you don't have to do any more work. So this is good business. Okay, so that disqualifies DeJesus. Okay, so we've got KYX Black Dessinator Custom. I mean, this guy's work is pretty crazy. Look at that. That's like some seriously good quality work. We've got the airbrush glows, we've got reflections, we've got highly detailed stuff, we've got backgrounds that have got all levels of texture, complete wrap, custom sock liners, we've got dyed tongues. This is cool. I wonder if we'll be able to find how much these are. This is a dope pair of customs. Yo, these are badass. Okay, let's find out. Yo, that's cool. Damn. Okay, I'm getting all excited. I'm not French, so I don't understand what the process is. It's got a link. It takes us to YouTube. No, and YouTube takes us back to Instagram, so I'm not entirely sure how to find him. Let's see if he's got a website. Okay, no website, so we're not buying any of his customs today. Alright, we're probably wasting time here. Let's head on to Etsy and see what we can see. Alright, so custom sneakers. So, okay, so we're pretty much going to ignore something if it's not, direct painting. If it's sort of sewing things on or playing with the materials, then that's a video for another day. Alright, so price, high to low. I never get to use high to low. This is nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first one on the list is $12,600, and that is for 30 pairs of shoes. I mean, these are very cool. That's clearly a mock-up. It's a pretty good mock-up, but it's clearly a mock-up. Very cheeky of you, VS Paradise Kicks, to be selling something you haven't made, but I mean, props to you. We've got a review here, so with no pictures. So, okay, so highest priced custom sneakers is actually 30 sneakers, and they are a little bit fishy. Okay, next up. Whoa, that's a huge drop from 12,600 to 2,620. We've got some custom Notorious B.I.G. sneakers here, and I'm quite surprised. This is not quite what I expected to be the most expensive single listing custom sneakers on the market. So, okay, let's have a deep look at these. I'm not really impressed so far. I mean, you can see over here there's some, the edges are not painted properly. The text it's alright. The graphics are pretty simple, but that's probably nobody's fault. The sock liner kind of looks a little dirty. It could just be the photography, but this is, oh my gosh. I was about to say, I'm like, these don't look like legit Nikes, but these very well could be. Those look like custom AF1 tags, the little gold, because they usually come in silver, so that's pretty cool. But would I pay $2,620 for something like this? I mean, the stencil work is pretty good. It's pretty good. But as you can see, look, it's not even completely opaque in the areas where it has been hand painted. The edges aren't done, which I think is, you can see the gold overlap over here, which I think is a little bit sort of shoddy for this kind of price range. You kind of expect it to be the best of the best. Alright, so let's hop out of that. So that was by Reed Rivez. Okay, and then the next one is also by Reed Rivez. I'm probably not even saying that right. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but I really don't think that these belong in the $2,600 category. Sort of impressionistic, abstract, very grungy. I mean, I suppose if that's the style you're going for, and if this is something that people really like, but I mean, the question is who would want this? Is there a specific band or group or something that somebody would like this for? Because usually with customs, you go for something that's either popular if you're not selling it for an actual commission, or you get something specific. What? These are dirty. And okay, anyway, so this is by, also Reed Rivez. Okay, so not the best. Okay, so straight off the bat, we've got a fake pair of mock-ups and two really really not worth the price customs. Okay, these are disqualified because these are not what we're looking at. And then more weird stuff by Reed. Reed, what are you doing, man? I mean, these are okay. These are probably better than the other ones. I mean, I quite like the sort of flat colors. It's a very cool style. I'm not gonna lie though, I'll put these in the... Okay, no, dude. I mean, if you look at the line work, it's average at best. You've got some black rubbing off over here. You've got dirtiness over here. You've got dirtiness over here. The lines are not smooth, not clean. The color mixing is not great at all. Oh, and this paint has not been given a second coat, just a first coat, possibly even watered down paint. Okay, so these are... Reed, what are you doing, my friend? Why are you painting dirty shoes and selling them on Etsy for thousands of dollars? Reed! Okay, I want to know how many sales this guy has made. Reed. No reviews, 0 sales, 2.5 years on Etsy. So I feel like this is just a process of exclusion. We've got a whole bunch of things that are not even valid here. Very ambitious people though. All right, cool. So we've got some customized materials. These all look very cool. That's very cool. Some more glitz and diamonds. And okay, Reed, this is the last one. I will look, but this is the absolute last one. I'm just getting more and more triggered looking at Reed's work. Oh my gosh. Don't know why the image is all squashed, but it's not so good. I mean, look at that pink. It's got black in there. It's smudged. The laces are dirty. Oh my gosh. Oh, and what is the subject matter? What is going on here? Maybe I don't want to know. Alright, okay, that's weird. Some chick licking a rat. Okay, so we're down to 1,720. And I don't think we've quite gotten to a pair that is even worth being in this category. Oh, these are not painted. These are custom materials, but man, are those cool. Okay, anyway, we're getting distracted. Okay, Reed, we are not dealing with you today anymore. Alright, more materials. Reed again at 1,400. Reed, can you just... Okay. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Somebody that's not Reed. Cream anime shoes. Whoa, these are epic. These are really, really, really cool. I mean, I can't believe the quality of this portrait. I mean, if you look at Goku, look how small those black lines are and how flat his art is. And hold up. No, man. This is a mock-up. Almost fooled me here, Cream Customs. I'm actually a little embarrassed that he did fool me. I mean, if you look at the clues, it's quite obvious. There's the blend mode is being funky over there. The edges are not so great. You've got what kind of looks like overspray, but it's just bad eraser tool. And the giveaway was this Dragon Ball here. It's still got this jagged edges of the PNG that he probably used. I mean, this would make a really, really tight custom, and I think it's really good. Ah, yes, okay, you see. So you just look at how dark all of the characters are here. This is just, if you just use the automatic Photoshop blend modes like screen or something like that, this tends to happen. But okay, this is a lot more obvious. Geez. I mean, this is a very cool concept, and I love it. I think this would be so epic. He's really done well to position the eyes. So that's really important when doing Air Force Ones, especially when there's swooshes and there are all these different panels. You got to place the eyes for all characters in the right place, otherwise it gets all screwy with the stitching. So, okay, you almost fooled me there, but man, I'm really impressed with all of these people who are faking it until they make it. So let's have a look at some of the other pairs here. Okay, this is a lot more realistic. We've got some pretty average blending. We've got the edges are a bit fuzzy, you can see, because of the stitching. The line work is a little inconsistent. This is good, but it's nowhere near what the mock-up looked like. So at least we've got somebody with a few sales here. 19 reviews, that's pretty good. Oh, dope. We've got some M&M shoes, and we've got some custom insoles as well. That's really cool. That's what you kind of expect from a really high-end custom. Let's not get too distracted, because we are trying to review the most expensive customs out there, and we're yet, without friggin' Reed Reavers, we haven't found anything that's even remotely good. Excuse me. Alright, I just feel like I'm absolutely burning everybody, but it's not my fault. These people don't belong in this category. Okay, so these are... Alright, I mean, that's kind of cool. They've got this swirling, impressionistic person reaching through the mist, and... Okay, some cool mountains. Very cool mountains. For $1,262, I don't know. Okay, right, these are limited edition shoes. That kind of does play a part. Let's find out how much these would be worth. Okay, Philip Plein. Okay, so Philip Plein shoes are quite pricey, so that might explain the price. But that doesn't mean that this is a very expensive custom. Just when I thought I was getting to the next one that looked maybe promising, it's Reed. I'm going to say no to you, Reed. No, Reed. Okay, so next one. We have got a Metallica custom. That's instantly, I can see that that's a mock-up. I mean, it has the potential to be a really epic pair of customs if people can do faces like this and the small, but I mean, we've got chains going over the laces and all sorts of... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing these as an actual custom. I feel like they belong in this weight range, about 1,200, like if they're really detailed done, but nah. So that's a no. And then next, we've got... Alright, finally, some actual legit painted Jordan 1s. And this looks very promising. We've got some Mac Miller customs with a lot of detail. Whoa, these are so cool. I mean, look at all the different styles. We've got this sort of pop art style. We've got black and white line art. We've got... Oh my goodness, we've got little vectors. This is cool. And every single inch of the shoe is painted something different. This is very cool. I think, you know, largely it's the imperfections that make custom sneakers so good. I mean, those other ones don't even compare to this. But, I mean, you can see there's a, you know, this line on the edge of the glasses here. It's not perfectly smooth. These black lines over here, they're not perfectly smooth either. But, I mean, just overall, whoever did these has done a really amazing job. I think these are very cool. Let's have a look at the video. Oh, snap! I know who this is. This is Miss Dix. Dix? I don't know. I think she's Swedish or something like that. Zicki. I was going for the right thing. In my head, it was right. Let's have a look. So, she's got 61 reviews. This is a very, very, very talented artist. If you just have a look at some of these, we might not get the best pictures, but like, that is clean work. You know, her portraits are amazing. Some of the characters, you know, this kind of work is just, it's world class. I really think it's world class. I've been following her for a good many years, and look at this stuff. Oh man. Okay, so like, I don't want to get distracted by looking at her page, but I will just refer to her every now and again if we see any others that are hers. But look at this work. I mean, The composition alone, you can tell that this is a really serious artist. You've got the faces in the biggest areas, and you've got the peripheral patterns and designs that take up the space without making it feel empty. I think that's really... Oh, I'm getting distracted. $1,000 for these Simpsons shoes. I mean, look how good the quality of this work is. All the colors are super flat, super opaque. The edges are done perfectly. She's accomplished going over the different panels. Obviously, she's removed the swoosh, which is really, really amazing. But this is just one side of the shoe. On the other side, we've got goodness knows how many characters. I mean, and those are very small. So this is a lot of work. Excellent composition. We've got 4 really good sides. We've got custom dyed tongues, and we've got awesome this donut impression on the front and the back with airbrushing shadows, which is actually, you know, a lot of work to tape up and get done. So these are really, really good. I give these 10 out of 10. I think that these are very, very, very cool. I think I would love to have seen these on something like a Jordan, where there's a little bit more surface area. But man, these are cool. Okay, so I'm going to keep these here because these are probably one of my favorites so far. All right, moving on next. So look, up until now, I would say that this is probably the first most expensive. Okay, well, sorry, these are probably the first most expensive best shoes we've managed to see. And these Mac Miller shoes, I give maybe an 8.5 out of 10. I think these are really cool. There are some weak points, or points that I would say like maybe aren't the best. But perhaps maybe that's just a stylistic preference. They're a little bit too busy for me. I think that it's part of what she was going for. I think usually there needs to be some kind of through line that carries the piece together and makes it look like a unified piece of art. But yeah, I'd give them an 8.5. And then we've got David Arts. This is really cool. All right, so we got a pair of Air Force Ones that have got Venom on them for $1,205. There's a lot of work that goes on to this. There's a lot of detail. There's also a lot of detail inferred. I'll talk a little bit about that now. But what he has probably done is he's probably laid down the base fade with an airbrush, and then probably masked this area off with the tongue and with the teeth, and that would have taken a really long time with all of these jagged teeth. And the reason why one would probably do that is because when painting this white or this yellow or this red over the blue, you would need to put so many different coats in order to make it opaque. I feel like it's very unlikely that he painted the Venom character first and then did the background, just because it doesn't look that way, and this is clearly airbrushed. So that would have required quite a bit of masking, which is pretty impressive. This is very cool. It looks super complicated and super detailed, but it's actually really not. It's a very simple character, but just these white blotches and these white sort of lightning streaks and sort of these overlays, it's kind of supposed to be like Venom saliva or something like that. It gives the illusion of being much more detailed than it is. So all of these little white dots probably took really quick, but on the whole, very effective looking pair. I mean, this is very cool. It looks like we've got Venom on all 4 sides. Oh, cool. A little custom box as well. No sock liners or custom laces or anything like this. The rubber midsole has been painted, which, as you'll know from some of my other videos, it will rub off. It guaranteed will rub off if you wear them very easily. You just have to like touch them. Even if you clear coat it, it's gonna rub off. So these are probably made for display. So gonna go on a bookshelf or a display case or something like that. I'm quite surprised that they don't have the laces on. But the grungy workshop kind of looks really cool for the photography. I feel like if I was going to charge $1,200 for a pair of shoes, I'd probably do a full-on photo shoot, like a proper professional-looking photo shoot. But who am I? I'm just a guy filtering by highest price, making a YouTube video. All right, so back on. So really and truly on this list, we've got Miss Ziki. I know her from her Instagram. That's where I keep coming. Let me just look at it before I make any more of a fool of myself. Okay, so that you know. All right, there we go, Miss Jix, like Mystics? Miss Jix. Oh, that is cool. She's worked with Ed Sheeran? Damn. Miss Jix. Very cool. Okay, so now you know why I'm saying her name wrong, because I'm a little dyslexic and apparently it's a hard name to say. Alright, anyway, so back to Etsy. Number 1, we've got these, which I gave an 8.5. We've got Venom, which I'm going to give, for the price, I'm going to give maybe a 6.5. I feel like they really should be more impressive for that price. And then we've got some Fear and Loathing custom shoes. These are quite cool. These are really cool. I mean, for fabric, look how clean those lines are. I mean, that's really difficult to do on fabric. Yeah, that's really impressive. Cool composition with the artwork wrapping around from one side to the other. I think that's really cool. Order some golf shoes. These are very cool. I like the high coverage. If you're going to be paying a large amount for the custom sneakers, I think they need to be big and bold. So I think these are very cool. I give these a... What do I give these? I give these, in terms of worth itness score, I think I'll give these an 8. I think these are pretty good. Alright, so next we've got some more glitz and glamour. Not quite what we're looking at here. There's Reeds. We're not looking at you now, Reeds. We've got some more Diamante. We've got some actual customized shoes. And then we've got Mystics again. So this is pretty cool. Fear and Loathing again. Man, it's just a high value art theme. Oh, these are cool. Oh, these are really cool. I'm loving the contrast of the turquoise and the black. Super cool with the black background. There's just so much going on, and it's wrapping all the way around. I mean, what I love about her work, and what I think really is a good indicator of a very high quality pair of sneakers, is just have a look at these edges, where the art is wrapping around these edges, but it's not compromising the quality of the work. I mean, there is a line up the edge and around. Other sneaker customizers, like we've seen with Reeds, they don't bother to do that, and I think it makes all the difference. Like, if you have a look all the way along the toe box here, it's been included in the artwork, and that takes a lot of time. So these are dope. These are Air Force One mids, and like painting on black is pretty hard. You know how many layers you actually have to put on. So this is very cool. I'm going to say that these sort of belong in like a gallery. These are very, very, very cool. In fact, these might even have gone to France for the Gallery Sakura. Don't know if you know about Gallery Sakura. I would have loved to have been able to review those customs, but I cannot find it anywhere online, a catalog of what actually is at that gallery in terms of sneakers. I think maybe it was just a one-time thing. Anyway, I digress. I give these 10 out of 10. I think these are super, super, super cool. These belong here in this $1,000 category. Alright, so we clearly have another mock-up here. So I'm not even going to bother with that. And then we've got some Toy Story custom sneakers. Oh, I mean, these are quite cool, but why are they so expensive? Alright, so we've got lots of characters, really well done. I mean, the blending is very cool. Somebody took a lot of care in this, but I don't know what's up with this. What is this base shoe? It kind of looks... Armani. Okay, so I mean, the quality of this art is really good. I think these are very nice. Obviously, the fact that it's an Armani shoe probably raises the price significantly. But I think all of this dead blue space is a little bit for me. And I never, ever, ever would have used a gloss finisher on this pair of shoes, especially when we've got all of these ridges catching the light. It just makes it look cheaper than it needs to be. I would have used something like Angela's Flat 4, which would have cut through that gloss completely. And again, for this price category, you kind of expect there to be custom laces, sock liners, a stronger coverage, but I mean, I can't deny this is good quality work. A lot of work went into this. It's just so weird to see the outside so detailed and the inside's not for this weight category. So I'm going to give these maybe like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 for the price. Yeah. All right. So next we've got, okay, these are quite cool. All right, this is Spilled Milk Customs again. We already looked at one of their pairs earlier. These are nuts. These are nuts. I mean, just look at the number of background elements. We've got the white glow. We've got a character with so many different details, but so many different characters. In fact, it's been a long time since I've seen this many characters on a pair of shoes. And I don't know if you've ever painted on fabric before, but to get such clean... Actually, hold up. Hold up a hot minute. I'm not sure if these are actually painted or if they've been printed on. I mean, look how straight that line is. It's perfect. But then again, we've got the slight fuzz that comes with painting on fabric. But there are just too many perfect details here. I'm just trying to find some actual... I mean, I don't actually know. I mean, if you look at these... excuse me. If you look at these sort of stars, they look imperfect. They look like white paint has been painted over something, and we've got these little bubbles, but like that could have been intentionally done. I am stumped. This must have taken... If this is hand painted, and I don't know if it is, and that's freaking me out. If this is hand painted and all of these details are done, this is like 60 hours plus. This is absolutely freaking nuts. I'm actually dumbfounded. I don't even know. I mean, they look like they're customized. I mean, look at the ring of the eye. It kind of looks like a little bit fuzzy. And the white on the little vampire teeth is not perfect, so maybe it has been customized. This is nuts. Jeez, for $1,000, that's epic. No reviews and no sales, so that's crazy. And we've only got one for sale. So a lot of the other ones, like Mystics, she's got multiple. You can order a size option, and she will paint that design because that's her design. But this is crazy. I don't even know what to say. Like, okay, hold on. I will pop the link in the description. You can go and have a look at these. You might be sitting there like, no, Tristan, these are definitely printed. Or you're like, yeah, of course. What are you even going on about, mate? Let me know in the comments below if you think these are legit or not. I really, honestly, I've given them a solid look and I cannot for the life of me figure out. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Okay, so we're getting lower down here now. All right, next we've got for $999, we've got some ancient Greek-looking statue dude. Okay, so these are very cool. I mean, the statue look is very cool. Painting in the black and white and the gray is very cool. Okay, it's got a cool display case. That's pretty awesome from Discomfort. I'm not quite sure about the photography though. Just sort of chucking them in the bushes at home. But these are pretty dope. I think these are cool. I don't think that they're $1,000 worth. I'd say maybe $650 for the finesse and the quality of work. I mean, this sort of marble impression is not hard to do. This has been done with a stencil and it hasn't been touched up properly. You can see on the edges here, it hasn't been touched up. It's too perfect to be done by hand, but not perfect enough to have been touched up. And this is good. I mean, would have been cool to have a little bit of an airbrush glow or something like that. But we've got custom, we've got black laces. We've got a little bit of bleeding onto the sock liners here. I don't know if this midsole has been intentionally dyed. Probably, it looks like it has. And that's pretty cool. But like I said, this is probably in the 500 to 600 range, in my humble opinion. Okay, so we've got two. Whoa, okay, this guy, Discomfort, has got 236 reviews. That is dope. Okay, let's have a look-see at some of these reviews. Yeah, okay, so it's not quite the same level as what I was expecting. I mean, that's really cool. Not in this category. This is way down on the simplicity scale. These are pretty cool. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so now we've got some one-piece customs. Let's check out this. $610. Okay, so this is sort of in the more realistic realm. These are very cool. I mean, this is a very simple pair of customs for $610. I mean, the shoe itself is probably about, I don't know, 150, maybe a bit more. It's not perfect. Very cool color usage. And then we've got we got some characters on the Zoro, what have they done to you, my boy? Luffy! Oh my goodness. I think I'm getting a migraine. Okay, $610, Luffy. I mean, it's quite cool. There's custom tongue tabs, we've got custom sock liners. I love the whole design. You would just expect quite a lot more even for $600. I mean, I'd probably place these at about $250 to $280. So that's a 2 out of 10 for me. I mean, these are pretty cool. Oh, sweet, he's got some best customs on Etsy. Definitely buying a pair soon. Huh. Think I'll get fooled again? No, Isaiah. I am not getting fooled again by your 9-ep. These are AI shoes. I don't know what this guy paid for. Fake reviews. Can we trust anything that we're seeing here? I don't know. What is the point of doing this video if half of the things are fake? I don't know, but I've managed to see some pretty cool custom sneakers. Okay, last one. This is $960, and this is by Discomfort as well. Discomfort is obviously selling a lot of shoes. And they've got modest reviews, so that's pretty good. Starry Night, that's very cool. I've done Starry Night myself before. It's a very cool, very classic design. Looks great on sneakers. The colors are great. Little blues are a little too bright for Van Gogh, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, I've said enough incorrect things on this video. Back to the shoes. These are very cool. Interesting choice of composition. You know, usually people do the sky because the sky is the main focus of Starry Night. But this is pretty cool. I like the style. These are very cool. For $960, I would price these at about $290, maybe $320. That's just me. I'm not super overly impressed. They are cool, but when it comes to pricing customs, things like the quality of your paintwork, your line work, the coverage, the composition really goes a long way. Like, definitely, Miss Dix, please forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. I think she's definitely, from Etsy so far, Magdalena Zicki, I think that so far she is head and shoulders above everybody else that we've seen here. I mean, some of this work is just crazy good. $663 for these Joker shoes. That is really, really, really cool. It's good quality work. It's definitely worth that price. If I say, like, look at this background. It's so realistic. It's nuts. Just pair after pair after pair of like really good quality, solid work. It always blows my mind, $724 when people do such clean work on canvas shoes. These are really, really cool. I think this is all, that is very expensive, but just have a look at the amount of work that's gone into this. This is hand painted love and care and passion for what she does, 100%. There is a pair of Muppets. Oh, here they are. These are crazy. I would expect something like this to be in the $900 category. Look at the quality of her painting. There's a lot of detail. It's not gaudy. She's not overusing black for these hard black outlines. This is really, really, really cool stuff. And this must have taken a really long time. So props to her. So in terms of reviewing the most expensive customs in the world, according to Etsy, I am thoroughly disappointed in Reed. I'm thoroughly disappointed in the vast majority, but I have to say Magdalena Miss Dix, why don't I just call her Magdalena? That's her actual name. Is by far and away the best that I've managed to see. KYX Customs, I think probably for about $1,200. Also pretty nuts work. Definitely 10 out of 10 stuff. Without a doubt, some of the best custom sneaker work that I've seen over many years of obsessing over custom sneakers. So if you liked any of these custom sneakers, maybe your opinions differ significantly from mine, and if they do, I will fight you. No, please tell me in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are if you absolutely disagreed with anything I said. I'm very curious to know if you think that those sort of candy themed ones were legit or not. Drop it down in the comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making this video. Thanks for joining me and listening to me ramble and say words wrong repeatedly. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like my content, you might want to subscribe, leave me a like just so that I get the good kudos, and I'll see you in the next video.